Hey y'all, it's Samaya. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a condition that I have called functional neurological disorder, or FND for short. And yeah, let's get into it. So, when I first started noticing symptoms, which was 3 years ago, I had no idea what FND was. Like, I was in and out of the emergency room a lot because I was getting so many different symptoms. And my father had also just passed like a year before the symptoms started. So it wasn't even a full year, I don't think, before the symptoms started. But yeah, I had no idea what FND was. I was just in and out of the emergency rooms, and they couldn't really tell me what was going on. Some of the symptoms, I finally caught my spasms on camera. I was so happy to catch them on camera. The doctors was like, hey, maybe it's just from working out a lot. And I'm like, hey, I don't work out like that intensely. So, it's just in and out of the emergency rooms. They didn't know really what was going on until one doctor referred me to a neurologist. It and it was like, okay, we're finally getting somewhere. I'm finally gonna get some answers. When all the tests came back normal, I was distraught. I was in tears. I was disappointed. I thought I was crazy because it was like, all the tests are showing negative, Samaya. So what is wrong with you? And the neurologist, she brought me and my mom to her office, and she's like, you need therapy. You need to get therapy. You need psychological help. And I was like, this lady thinks I'm crazy. Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things, I was like, this lady thinks I'm crazy. And I was like, maybe I am going crazy. Maybe it's because of grieving. I'm still grieving, and my body, I don't know. It's like my brain wasn't sending. That's what FND is. Your brain does not send the proper signals to your body, and it can cause various symptoms like weakness, numbness, pins and needles, slurred speech. My handwriting is terrible now because I get weakness in my hands, and my handwriting is so bad. It's one of my insecurities. And it it was just a lot. So when the lady, I was 16, I think, when we went and saw the neurologist, and I didn't really understand what she was talking about. I just was like, she thinks I'm crazy, or I'm being an attention seeking teenager. And some years go by, and I go see another neurologist because it started to get worse. With this condition, some days I can't even walk. Like, my legs would give out. My mom has carried me to the bed and had to lift me up because my legs just gave out. I also deal with unsteady walking. For the past couple months, I've been good, but it's very unpredictable. My legs can give out at any time. I deal with like numbness in the face. I get twitches. Let me see if I can trigger one. Like, you see, this side, this side of my face doesn't twitch at all. That was another symptom. I was getting like spasms on only one side of my face, and then it spread it to my whole body. So I started getting the twitches and spasms on this side of my face. They started in my eye, then they moved down to my lip. Let me see. It's doing it a little bit. You see over here, it don't do that. I get spasms all throughout my body, all day, all the time, for 3 years now. So I'm used to them. Some days my body doesn't feel like I'm in control because I get so many different symptoms that it doesn't make any sense. I faint, I can get dizzy, bending down, reaching up. I can faint. That's why I can't drive. I have seizures, but they're not epileptic seizures. They're, I believe they're called psychogenic seizures. I can't think of the name right now. But let's get back to the story. So after seeing that neurologist, I didn't really understand what she was talking about. I just thought she thought I was crazy. And as time went on, I'm still going in and out of the emergency room. I'm having bladder issues. I started having bladder issues. That's one of the most annoying symptoms that I have. I still deal with that to this day. Like feeling like you have to pee or running back and forth to the bathroom for every little thing. And I was in and out of the emergency room for that as well. And it was like, your tests are coming back normal. But my mom or people around me, you could see me. Like, I take one little sip of something, I'm going back and forth to the bathroom like crazy. Or I didn't want to go anywhere because it always felt like I had to use the bathroom. So how would you feel? Like, you're getting all these excuse me you're getting all these different symptoms and all the tests are coming back clear. That's because FND is not it's a structural issue in the brain. Your brain is not sending the proper signals to the body. So that's why I get so many different symptoms like palpitations, shortness of breath. Doing the dishes, I get shortness of breath. When I cook, I have to use a chair to stand up because I get blood pooling in my feet. I have to wear compression socks. So it's like a bunch of different symptoms when it comes to FND. When I was doing research on FND, I didn't see nobody that looked like me or nobody that was in my age range. And it was making me feel very hopeless. But I reached back out to that doctor who I told you all that I thought I was crazy. Come to find out, she has connected me to a specialist, someone who specializes in FND, and I'm so excited to begin working with her because she understands my condition. FND, when you look it up, sometimes it would come up as a chronic illness. Sometimes they would say it's not. I believe it is. It's also not talked about enough. If more doctors were, because I didn't tell you all half of the symptoms I go through. Like that, those little bit of symptoms I told you all was nothing. That was nothing. But if more research was done on FND, sometimes when I look it up, it even shows as a rare condition. Sometimes it shows as a common condition. So, but it's not talked about enough. It needs to be talked about, especially with teenagers. It's not normal for your legs to just give out or for you to get like spasms and numbness or sharp pains. I was getting sharp pains in one side of my head for like a year or two. For like 2 years. It finally went away. But now I know those were FND symptoms. FND can affect any part of your body. That's why it's so many symptoms with the condition. But yeah, if you all have any more questions, please drop them down in the chat. If you know somebody with FND, please drop some comments down below. Don't be scared. I would love to continue the conversation, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.